so we have, it's touching the table, and then you just simply tilt it on top of the table. Okay? So, and we do it on 1, 2, 3. I'll count in Ukrainian. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. Just one hand. Okay? So, the panel is on the table. You can touch it completely. That full size, like 5 foot by 8 foot panel through the staircase. It's a 3rd floor, very tight staircase, very tight space inside the house. So this would show you like on the table.
Tell my helpers not to do that.
Okay. People would think that no, it's super like risky. The panel could crack. The panel will not crack. The table can hold 500 pounds or even like 1,000 pounds, 2 tables. There is no flex, there is no pressure that is applied, there is no like point load that can crack the panel. The weight is fully distributed, okay? And most importantly, you don't need to wear your knee pads because it's soft.
You want a step stool?
Yeah. No, I was going to use your back. So now, another detail. When we set up this table, we didn't know about the exact width of the panels because they differ. Now, so this trolley, the cutting wheel, when I cut it, it goes down. Okay, so I have to check. Okay, you see it can touch the table. So it's always better to have just a little overhang so that the cutting wheel does not hit the table because it can ruin the cutting wheel. So here, on this side, I have an overhang. I can just move it. See, I can easily move it. So I think we should be fine. We're almost. Yeah, we did it at 59. We should be fine now. So now, with most panels that don't have a tension strip, you only do. So you have to do the back scoring. That's what you learn at regular class, certification class. You only do the back scoring one time, 1 inch away from the edge, just score it back. Don't apply too much pressure, you don't need that. With a tension strip, from my experience, it's better to do it twice because it will cut through it. It goes kind of drops down, so it will make sure that it's fully cut through. You do it twice. 1. I know it won't. You go in the middle, right in the middle. So you have to apply a consistent pressure. Before you cut, you have to test it. So just make sure you can reach all the way to the edge. Test it. Okay, now start from approximately 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch.
You score this side first?
No, I don't have to score it. I will score it at the end. Yes, just one side. Yeah, good question. You will score it at the end.
Okay.
Don't press too hard because by pressing too hard, you can actually create chipping. You don't have to press too much. Just a consistent medium pressure. And second time, consistent medium pressure. So I can see we all could hear that very consistent sound, and then we have a very clean line. Okay. So my cone first support, then the support. If it was 4 millimeters, I would probably not do it. With 4 millimeters, because it's a thinner material, it can break just by looking at it, but it will be not a problem when 2 people do it. It will be okay. 6 millimeters with proper cables, no problem. 8 millimeters, no problem. I know that maybe like the main technical guys would disagree, but this is the experience. So show me the other experience when it broke, and I would agree. So hit it right.
One thing about this story, the speed at which he did it, that was alright. You cannot go too fast, you cannot go too slow. It's not only the scoring that they're doing, there's like a heat, dynamic energy in it. So he cannot take too long to snap it down. If you want to explain that, because there's like, as I said, there's 80 volts in that score, and like in no more than 5 minutes you score and you. Yes.
Very good to know. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now I need my two gravels to slightly move the odds. Yeah, we will move this. Where's we? Hey, where's we? I need you. Yeah, just maybe move it. Yeah. One important thing, make sure, it's fully.
You want to do like an actual job site, you can never find it.
Never. Playing TikTok like all the time. What's going on?
This is slide it a little bit.
Ooh, refreshing. So I don't see the edge. I see the edge there. I see the edge. Also, I'm not applying any pressure, neither up nor down. Just I'm holding it in a. Okay. 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 Now I do it on 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
Okay. Now look at the edge. Okay. Over the table. Okay. Okay, now I do it on 1, 2, 3.
Cool.
Okay, now look at the edge.
Something dominant.
Yes, just very slightly. Here. Now, so once I heard it here, I can move on. I'm going very, and you can actually feel it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now, I could keep on going, but I will go on the other side. And you do the same thing. Is there a chance that the piece can fall off? For such a long piece, no. But no. If you have a second person with you, yes, absolutely. Let him just provide support. Yeah. Okay. Here. Okay, I can go back. So maybe I'll go like 4 times. Now I'm going farther away. So I'm starting from here.
You kind of visually see it over too.
Yep.
And you're tightening as you push.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very important. I'm tightening as I push. Yeah, I keep tightening. Just slowly. Okay, I have to go on the other side. This is just experience. Maybe another installer with more experience, he would just already snap it. It's just experience, personal experience. So
You get a good workout.
Yeah, this is what worked for me. What
Steps in.
again?
That's it.
I can feel that it went to here. So I'll now try to snap it. Sometimes it's super important when your edge is exposed. Let's say it was an outside edge, and I have no right for a mistake. If it was covered, I could already snap it. Sometimes you have no right for a mistake. Some panels cost $1,300. Some panels, if you stop, it will ruin your schedule. So that's why we overkill many things, just to make sure that we are safe. Yep, that's why. So I keep rotating. Okay. Now I can remove it. Because if I don't remove it, when the piece goes down, it could potentially chip the edge.
It's the auto one, you gotta shut it off or it's gonna keep getting pushed.
No, I can feel that it's not enough. I have to go further.
You know when you know, huh?
You can kind of see it.
Yep, you can feel it. Okay, so get closer. You can see it's open.
If you look at it from this light where the sun's coming in, you can see it open.
Okay, now it's really
There it
long.
goes.
Hey, look at the edge.
Knows it goes.
Let's do it on 1. So we're doing on 1, 2, 3. We're just going down. Yep. So 1, 2, 3. Me, come here. This is what we wanted to learn. Yes. First you apply it. You're feeling the edge. And then there is a trick that people use. There are different.
So, what about a hook knife, annoying hook knife blade?
Could be an axe. So, if you're skillful enough. I'm joking. So just like this to the edge. When you're working on polished material, you have to be careful to not scratch it. Just like this. Like this. So make sure you have enough. It's important to have more than you need. So don't try to go like very clean. It doesn't have to be very clean. Okay, it's good now here. So it's not enough here. So take it. Just a little crown. A putty knife is actually the best. I just don't have it right now.
Can you add more the next day if you?
You can. That's the good thing.
Blow in a spot?
Yes, you can. Epoxy bonds to epoxy, and it's not visible. After you do it, barely.
Not that I've ever had that problem, but.
Yeah. There is important details. I will explain in a minute. So if you get closer, 1 second. Let me show you here. I'll show you a little bit later. 1 second. You'll see. I'm applying very light pressure, very light pressure. You will feel it, kind of. So now we have this kind of build up here.
Yep.
Now is where you use 2 blades. So now you are forming, you're just cutting off the excess of the like the extra material. So basically you could do, I would go just with 1 blade. You're just cutting. Okay. You're holding your blade against the surface. I would go down like this. Okay, there was a rock or something. So let's see. Just go down.
So that epoxy has rocks in it, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Sorry, I couldn't pass that up for a moment, you know.
If I was in your shoes, I would have done it.
Yeah. It was a cheap shot, but no, why not?
It was actually him who threw it there when I was mixing.
Fiber truck.
I don't know how it got there either.
Okay, so you see?
Guys, poke around.
So this is not it. There is a one detail. So you go here and then you go on top.
Now with the soapy water on there, you're not as concerned with it scratching your edge.
No,
And
no.
this is matte, so it's not going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with polished you would be more careful.
Yeah.
Same steps though.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Topple pretty quick.
Okay. And then charge what?
Charge to make some money out of this.
$3.50 per square foot. I'm joking. I would. That's fine. I would just add a piece. I will not fix it right now, so it's.
But you just stick another piece in there.
Okay, light pressure, and now a very important step. You have to make sure that when you smooth it out, it fully covers the edge, so that the edge, because if you don't make sure that you kind of, I don't know what would be the right word. When you smooth it out, you have to make sure that it's fully flush with the edge of the tile. Because if you don't do that, when the epoxy dries, there will be like a tiny open line that people will see. And it's basically, yeah, I would do my first back scoring here. So what I'm doing, my left hand is holding the rail. Oh, it's not the smallest one. Or it is. Oh, yeah, it is. So just hear the sound. Listen to it. Very fine. If it was a bigger wheel, it would just kind of, I don't know, like.
It's louder.
Yeah. It would be different. You remember that. Also, when we were using 19 millimeter, the line was kind of splashy. It would chip when you cut before you even snap it. Yeah, I would use the step stool. You just jump on it. So again, check. Start here. Very good sound, very good line. Basically, almost no chipping. Just
You tighten that wheel?
This one? Yep, those ones.
You like that?
Way more better. Thank you. Way more better. Way more better.
You guys want to try the cart?
Yeah, do it.
Pasha, you're going on that side. Forward.
Tip back right.
So, guys, I don't know if you noticed how they handle the slab, but this is a very important part of the process, knowing how to handle these big things. They set it up so they could do just that. You see that it's resting on the legs?
Yeah, the legs.
Yeah, they all don't have legs.
So,
Well, it's kind of helpful because it gets heavy. You
Oh
might
yeah,
have to
yeah, I
stop.
get it. Yeah.
It's nice to be able to stop and sit.
Oh
it
yeah.
You don't want to sit on your boot?
And you're,
When you're yeah.
it's not also nice. I would say it's needed. I would say it's needed because the way they grab it, it's in a position that if they don't set it down, they have to change their hands.
Okay.
So you really need to be able to do that. So whenever you handle the slabs like this, make sure that you can set it on the ground before you.
Some systems have wheels.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of the boats have those.
You could change it.
Yeah.
Miles.
Yeah, they're all different.
My God.
I'm videotaping Nadine, videotaping Pasha.
And I'm actually present to watch both of you do that.
So let's move it. Okay, now we need 3 people. We need 3 people. No, the wheel cuts really good. The wheel cuts really good. Yeah, it's just, I'm impressed. So now we have, yeah, okay. Oh, Lee, where's the separator? The separator.
On the right channel.
Could you lay down under the table? Just
Yeah. Sure enough.
Make it fun.
That is here. The pressure kind of goes. Well, yeah, I'm looking at the design on that. It has a little dimple on the top of that plate. Want to pressure up.
So like it's interesting, loud, like deeper lip sync.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. All that.
So now we are sliding it this way. So we need 2 Bravos.
Should we just slide down?
It's better to use Bravos. So to just make sure you really slide it.
The one I use with Lee.
Yeah. So let's slide it. It has to be fully supported.
Yeah. Maybe a little this way, but
What's that? Is that right? Like this?
that's it. Sounds on. Oh, okay. It'll go low. Yeah, it rolls out. Yeah, so you just keep your hand up. Yep.
Yeah, it's the best way is to sit over like that.
This?
Yep, just like that. There you go. There you go. Okay. It's medium compared to all of them.
You want to go into this side? So let's make it shorter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it right next to the
I think
It cuts this way.
I think it would be better for moving a little bit closer to the edge. Or do you think closer to the edge?
You're just going to try to score it.
Hey, hit to a right below stick. Where are you at?
Is that gonna be all right?
But I think should we
Yeah.
to the table? Or yeah, or should we just hold it? So then we need. Let's try to simulate this over. Yeah, as we move. Yeah, because that way it's like more like a real life.
Wait. Are those plants over there? Over here. Never mind.
Good. So we need probably a third person just to do 2. Okay, so let's move it. Okay, don't make sure you don't lift it. Just a little bit more. You want to go more? No, okay. Okay, clamp it. No, I think this one would be better. Here. Yeah, and you will be just so be on 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
That's the way to do it. Nice. That's the way to do it. Every day.
Now it's officially Don't make sure you don't lift it.
They win.
Just a little bit more. You want to go more?
No,
You need to stay. You need to be able to clamp.
Okay, clamp it. No, I think this one will be better. Here. Yeah, it will be just. So we on 1, 2, 3.
Wait, you want to do it on 3?
On 3.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Wow! Wow!
Nice.
Amazing.
Look at that.
Amazing.
Congratulations.
Now it's officially Antonio's method. So Helix Porcelain Dura provides the best quality on Dekton when it comes to dry cutting. I tried different blades. I have Monolith DNA 3. I have all the pearl blades. I have different blades. Very expensive. I'm not trying to save money on blades. This one provides the best cutting. I cut where pearl P5 chipped off the piece. I was able to successfully cut all those pieces, and the blade remained cold. The blade remained cold with dry cutting. Dry cutting, I touched it right after the cut, it was cold. Do it at an angle. Let's see, let's say this is my, I would draw a 90-degree. So this is the corner of my niche. Okay. So I would do it a little bit away so that I'm barely touching the lines. I'm not going over the lines.
Because you've come too far in, then you're going to have that rounded out
So
side cannon.
full support. If it's on the wall, then I would do full support so that because the challenge is that on polished material it's easier to drill holes. A little bit easier.
Because it doesn't catch.
On smooth matte finish, more challenging because it could literally slide because that material is different. This kind of, it's easier.
Ruby has like a marker or guide
With the
that has
suction cup.
different circles or like an angle like that. So
Some of the guides don't work. I checked because I think, for example, this is my niche. It has to be number 2. No, I'm good.
Good form.
So, what you're showing, so basically, so I'm kind of far away, so I would not do it. I would get closer, okay? But